Discord should be illegal for artists to use.
I mean, but we know why new K-pop groups are going to Discord.
Yeah, it's where they can sell their fucking NFTs. Apparently, it feels like only the groups who like NFTs care about Discord.
Yeah, because they said if anybody is, insert adjective here, enough to join a Discord for a K-pop group, it's only going to take a week for them to say, I could buy an NFT.
I could buy an NFT.
I can pick one up. If one NFT isn't bad. You know,
just
if
for
I'm
my collection.
It's just for my collection. It's $2 of an NFT. It's not bad. But that's the perfect time to let you guys know that, hello, we're Chaos, Lotus, and Dani. And our NFTs launch next episode.
Stop.
I mean, no?
What do you mean? What do you mean no? What are we gonna have? 2 photo cards?
We just download a random selfie off our phones and say, hey, NFT monkey, can you make these into NFTs real quick?
I know you're referencing the fact that the NFTs are monkeys, but I thought you would be just being real rude. Just being foul on the podcast.
No. It's the monkey that makes the NFTs.
It's the monkey that makes all the NFTs. Yeah, instead of 100 monkeys on 100 typewriters, we have 100 monkeys putting stuff into DALL-E to make NFTs.
Yeah.
Grim.
I'm sorry, that joke was in poor taste. But it does lead into March's fandom name. Because we are Chaos, and this is March's episode, albeit a little bit late.
Mm-hmm.
But how do y'all feel about being called Lonies? It's the perfect mix of Lotus and Dani, and it rhymes with Yoni. And Yoni is the most problematic word you could ever say.
What have you done?
It begins our problematic era. So
first the NFTs. Okay, so now that I know the agenda that you came into the episode with, everything does make sense, actually.
It's all connecting. Also, I take some of the most ridiculous notes whenever I get an idea, because usually I get ideas late at night when I'm like struggling to fall asleep.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'll often put context in parentheses for my notes because my notes are shorthand.
Right, of course.
And so instead of just writing out my full thought, I'll do shorthand and then context. Context for the Loney fandom name simply says 3:50 a.m. on vacation, night before botanical garden.
Wait, so doesn't this mean this? Because you had another one before we went on vacation, right?
I did.
You just said it's not good enough for this
I said,
month?
It's not for this month. Maybe it's for April.
3:50 a.m. while we were on vacation.
Night
if you said before Botanical Garden? Oh, no, that was the second day. I was going to say, did you land your plane, get home, and then immediately
Immediately in bed, just like a fever dream. I wish. But no, I had some time to sit on it, apparently. It's all a progress. It's all workshopping. Maybe
right,
one
this
day,
is about fan feedback.
You know? Unlike K-pop groups, fan feedback. What do y'all want to be called?
Yeah, truly no group seems to care how embarrassing it would be to be a fan.
No, that's why you have
Swith.
Swith
is maybe my least favorite.
It's so bad. I
have a lisp, so it's really hateful to me.
I mean, immediately you say it and you think, oh, I fucked up a word. No.
Yes.
That's just Stacy going, Swith.
Yeah. It's a shame because there are cute fandom names.
I'm trying to think of some. And
I think on and off fans are called Fuse. I think that's cute.
Oh, they are. Yeah, Fuses, that's not bad. I think Victon fans are called Alice, which is just a name. But it's not a bad name. It's simple.
I mean, if ARMY didn't have an acronym, if it was just ARMY, I think it was a lot cuter. But knowing that it means Adorable Representative MC for Youth makes me much less happy with it.
Ooh, you really had that immediately, huh?
It's because I'm one of the K-pop people. Like most people who know me know that I like K-pop, and BTS is the most popular group. So sometimes people will ask, or like it'll come up. So at this point, I just have it memorized.
You
Yeah,
just have to have that fact.
I just have it in the back of my
hey,
mind.
Lotus, I got a K-pop question.
It comes. You'd be surprised at how often it comes up. Why are they called ARMY? Well, listen.
All right. There's some good ones out there, and eventually we'll have a good one.
You saying this isn't good?
You know your limits, and right now I know mine.
No, don't push it.
You know, I'm not going to say that this month was perfect. It was 3:50 a.m. on vacation. But like I said earlier briefly, while we are almost hitting mid-April, this is March's Chaos episode. We went on vacation. It's hard to record podcasts before vacation. Also, a lot of things came out at the end of the month that we absolutely
I was
needed.
on a different vacation.
Lotus had 2 trips.
Yep. I guess technically it was work, but whatever.
But it still wasn't. You weren't home.
Right.
So it's a little late, but we're really making up for it by having just a shit ton of music to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, looking at the list, it doesn't look super long, but there's a few in here that I know are going to become long discussions. And also prior to this, you said, Azalea, I'm so sorry, because Azalea edits these, because you were looking at your notes, which made me scared, because your notes are always long, and you've never said that before.
Yeah, do you want me to give you a Google Doc page count?
Oh, a page count? Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, so right now I'm sitting at 2 full pages with 3 lines on the 3rd page.
Oh, full pages?
Full pages. We'll see how much. Granted, there is a top section for the fandom names.
Okay, fair.
So without that, I'd have 2 full pages.
Okay. Yeah.
So let's start the month off. Picture this. It's March. Spring is about to begin. Bees are buzzing, flowers are blooming, and OnlyOneOf is racing cars. Soul Drift is the song. Soul Collection is the album.
Which I was wrong about last month. My bad. I got baited by the name. That's not my fault.
I mean, are you wrong for thinking something titled Soul Collection would be a collection of previously released songs that should be on an album together but aren't? No. No, but this is an entirely new album with mostly new songs and a few Korean versions of Japanese songs, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
The whole album is fine. I think OnlyOneOf's music is fine. So I only really want to talk about the single, but you could talk about more, of course.
Yeah, I mean, I like the single quite a bit. I'll just talk real quick about the other ones that I like. It's honestly mostly Nabi. I like Nabi a lot. That's a little, every single K-pop group has to have a song about butterflies, and I believe Nabi is short for nabilera, which is butterfly in Korean. So there's that one. It's nice. It's a little bit more vibey, a little bit more ballady, which OnlyOneOf does very well. Candy Bomb is a good energetic song. Chrome Hearts. This is I hate it when Korean versions of Japanese songs come out and the name is different. Because the Japanese song is called Chrome Arts, ARTS. And then the Korean version is called Chrome Hearts, HEARTS. And I don't know why, but the Korean version still sounds good. Usually I'm not about a translation, but that one works.
Yeah, okay. So I don't fully remember what I said about Chrome Arts last month, but I do think I was negative towards it. Listening to it on this, I liked it. And I thought, this sounds familiar. But whatever, I like it.
But it didn't click.
It didn't click until you just said. So maybe, I
mean, they changed the name. Again, that's on them.
It's on them, but it's good. And I mean, I like all the songs you did. OnlyOneOf, again, solid albums every time.
Mm-hmm.
Soul Drift?
They're finishing up their tour right now, too. Good for them.
Oh, yeah. Having a good old time on tour. In the smallest venue.
The smallest venues hold lots of pride flags.
What can they do?
What can they do? Oh, you know what? That's a cute fandom name that's super intentional because they're called Lions. Like a pride of lions. And then also, it's an anagram for only because it's spelled Lyon. I think that's fun. That one's fun.
You know what? Lions could have a lot of fun with that if they really wanted to.
Exactly. It's giving them the power they need.
And again, OnlyOneOf, rough start, but they kind of nailed the finish. And I think Soul Drift, it's good. It's bassy. It's loud. You hear nothing but race cars zooming in it. And I think that scratches a good part of my brain. Just a loud car song.
I would just say the funniest thing about it is in the music video. It's very much a cool guy kind of song. It's very butch gay cruising car culture. And they try so hard to make Yu Jung look hard, and it doesn't work at all, but it's very funny. They're fully suited up in camo and a little ponytail, walking by Cuban sitting all sexy in his car, propositioning him, and he just looks so cute.
So sorry, but he's
just a guy.
No matter what you do.
Well, the thing is, it's not the right kind of styling if you're trying to make someone who's femme look really hardcore.
Yes,
because he's still chilling.
I love it. OnlyOneOf is so slightly goofy.
Yeah,
both, just in they're behind the scenes clips and stuff. They seem really goofy and fun, but also just conceptually, what they try to do, it's just goofy, but it works.
Because it has that earnestness. We talk about this with Stray Kids sometimes too, where it's like OnlyOneOf and Stray Kids are different sides of the same coin, where they have way too much power and control over what they're allowed to do, but OnlyOneOf happen to have one old ass bitch as their leader who is at least has a slightly more measured hand, it feels like. Yes. Well, wait, I'm sorry, KB isn't technically the leader, but you know what I mean.
He's the oldest and noticeably so.
And noticeably does a lot of behind the scenes work.
And then you have Stray Kids, where it truly feels like just 10 little toddler monkeys jumping around in a production studio.
They're jumping on that bed, and sometimes one of them falls off, but we forgive them. It's fine.
They fall off, and then you get a maniac. You get a case 143. Not bad, but very much if any other group did this, it couldn't work. You need to have just the rambunctious freedom of a Stray Kid.
The rambunctious freedom of a Stray Kid. Yeah. I mean, it's right. That's just a great sentence. It's a great turn of phrase. They should use that.
I love taking Stray Kids and take off the S. You don't need it.
It's so funny.
It's just one Stray Kid. But got a little off topic. Soul Drift, very good.
Soul Drift, very good. Do you know what Boswell means?
Is that not just a name, a brand?
Oh, it's a brand. Okay, I thought it was a guy. I assumed it was a racing guy. I tried to look it up and a guy named Boswell came up, but he doesn't appear to be a racer.
Is this referenced in...
That my favorite part of Soul Drift is still rocking like a Boswell. On my way Soul Drift,
Yeah. I don't have to get every reference.
That's fair.
And that's how I feel with most Korean pop songs.
Yeah, it's just kind of, I feel like Boswell, that does it to me, probably not a Korean name. And so it's kind of embarrassing when I don't get Korean? The ones that aren't Korean. Boswell?
Let's see. Boswell. Oh, a person who records in detail the life of a usually famous contemporary. Wait.
See, that makes less sense.
The sentence started off feeling like it would make sense, the definition. You know what? If Pentagon can have a song where all they do is compare themselves to Basquiat, sure. Sure. Because I'll eat it up.
Uh-huh. It sounds good in this song. I don't care. I was just curious.
Yeah, no, I couldn't help you there because even Google couldn't help me.
Hey, if anyone knows.
Do y'all understand the reference? Please let us know. But, let's move on to, I think, the first downer.
Number 2, the first downer.
This month's episode. So, BTS members release singles before going to the military.
Mm-hmm.
And March was J-Hope's turn. And he released On the Street featuring J. Cole. The feature had me guffawing. The title, Cole. It's a J-Hope featuring J. Cole. J. Cole alone will have me on the floor crying. Just him alone. But with the J-Hope, I said, oh, this is going to be bad. And then the title On the Street gives nothing but, let me listen to my block.
I knew you were going to say that. Let me
listen to
my block. Because I know you. But also because it's objectively correct. Because what street is J-Hope talking about? Because that music video, it appears to be in New York City.
That's his street.
That's his street?
He can't be from New York? His home away from home. The street away from his street.
He needs to pick New York or LA. And here's the thing. Knowing what I know of Mr. J-Hope, one of those is the right answer and one of them is the wrong one.
Oh, yes.
If you don't pretend to be from LA right now.
Uh-huh. Listen. I don't judge anybody.
That is the largest lie you've probably ever told, and you like to lie for fun.
I don't judge anybody for anything they do. Passion projects, I say, yeah, I'm all for them. I never judge them. This, however.
This is your one?
I didn't have much going into this song because I've liked J-Hope's. I have liked out of all of, well, actually, who has done solo stuff other than him and Sugar really in the past? No, because they all had solo stuff. Scratch that.
They've all had some form of solo. It may just not have the fanfare of what they're doing now that they're all about to go to the military.
But like J-Hope's stuff it's hit or miss, but like I'm never like, oh fuck, a J-Hope
his debut
solo.
EP or mixtape or whatever you call it was pretty good. Daydream?
Yeah. So like I wasn't expecting much, but you know what I was expecting? For him to at least be the main focus of the song. For him to at least have the main parts of the song. The verses even.
But no.
No. J-Hope is on the chorus just, I do this for my fans. And whatever else he fucking chants on that chorus. And then has J. Cole acting a fucking fool on those verses.
Yeah, it's not good. It's so I don't know. Apparently J-Hope is like a huge fan of J. Cole, and that's the only thing that can explain this song existing in the form that it does.
110%. This is someone who got to work with like their idol, someone they just really admire and said, no, I want you to do it all. You are amazing. You are perfect. You deserve the biggest role on my song. And it's so bad. J. Cole is so corny.
But not even in a fun way.
No, in like a really irritating, just, bordering on Hotep kind of way.
Yeah, it's like, I can't say it's Hotep because it's too American. Do you know what I mean?
Yes. But like, there was one point he's like, got a friend who's smart, but he's dumb because he doesn't believe in God. What the fuck are you talking about? This is a J-Hope song.
Do you think J-Hope's as devout a Christian as J. Cole?
He's a Korean man, so it's very likely.
Yeah, that's true.
It's very likely. But this is a fan song before we go to the military. What are we doing?
What do we do? I mean, J-Hope just wanted to, I think, is it. He's not releasing anything else, is he? Because he's like about to go.
I think he may be gone.
Oh, he may be gone.
I think like by the time this song came out, it was either the week he left or right before, right after. Like he's gone.
Strange.
I don't know.
I mean, I get like the instrumental definitely gives that. You know what I mean?
A
little whistling, kind of wistful, kind of sad.
Right.
A little bittersweet. But yeah, the rest of it has changed it dramatically.
Yes. It even like J-Hope's part in the song makes sense for what the song is supposed to be.
Yeah.
We can really put the blame on one person here. And it's J. Cole.
I mean, J-Hope could have said, no, this is my song. Or he could have picked someone else.
Okay,
that's
fair.
The problem.
You know what? Fair.
Because here's the thing. If you're J. Cole and you're getting hired, you come out of there saying, I did exactly what I was asked to do.
Yeah. It's not as if J. Cole strong-armed his way into the Hype Studios and said, this is what I'm fucking doing.
This is what I'm fucking doing.
Yeah. Well, that's J-Hope on the street.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Okay, you know what? This will be a very up and down episode.
Yeah.
Because this next song is for me, and I think me alone.
It's nice.
Gravity released Groovy on their masterpiece single EP.
Yeah, by the way, Danny's not saying that it's a flawless EP. It is called Master: Piece, as I found out earlier.
That is the name of it. And I will say, right here, right now, I am a Gravity stan.
Mm-hmm.
I have not heard a single B-side from them yet that I think sounds good on the ears. But Groovy does it. At this point, only give me generic pop from boy groups.
Yeah, especially because Gravity switched from kind of having a more hardcore cool kind of concept to doing cuter, like I am a high school boy falling in love music. And it's sometimes you just need to know what you can and can't do.
Don't give me variety. Don't give me a concept. Don't do a concept change. Give me generic pop. This song is so fucking good. But like, to me, for me, this song is so fucking good. There's a really good High School Musical dance break in the middle.
Yeah.
Where it's like, let me like figure, because like High School Musical has a lot of dance breaks. This isn't like the dance battle in the cafeteria kind of dance break. It's more of a, we just beat the opposing team at the b-ball game dance break.
At the b-ball.
It's victorious in nature.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, it's so good. You know how you like described Hello by Treasure in our top 25
Yeah. They are definitely in the same same park.
It's that. The song isn't doing anything revolutionary. It's not changing the game. It's not even like as far as like cute, fun, borderline baby music goes. Like it's not even top of the line, but something about it. I believe I have listened to it at least once a day. More likely at least twice a day since it came out. Whether it is a relay dance, a Spotify listen, a music video watch, a live performance. Groovy has its fucking claws in me right now.
Earlier you said, no, you better put Groovy by Gravity on the list because that's got crack in it. That's my crack song, as the stans say.
I felt like a stan. And so I said, no, there's crack in it.
It's enjoyable when you feel like a stan because you are such a hater so much of the time. That is, like, you know, it's like whenever you're watching some kind of drama and there's like the old man character who suffered and you see him smile for the first time. I'm like, oh, Danny's having fun.
This is me.
That's so nice.
It's for such a simple song.
But that's always what it is.
That's always it. That's to
why
basics.
We just say that you're a lover of baby music because it's so specifically. That is what brings you joy. I love their outfits in this music video. Not to get too off topic.
I think they're fun. It's the kind of like over styling that still works.
Yeah, a tinge of maximalism, which I guess isn't maximalism, but you know.
But you know, it's there, and like the suits are all fitted. Because they're all very like thin and narrow, and the suits are fitted, which is important.
It's true. Unless you're gonna go deliberately for oversized, but then you have to try a lot harder.
You have to try. You can't just put big clothes on and expect the oversized look to work. But that's groovy. Listen, I don't think I've ever said this before yet on, we're 3 episodes in. You guys should go listen to Groovy. This has the Dani stamp of approval. You should listen to Groovy.
Wait, no, because a running theme between all of our year-end, best of episodes is that you say, there's nothing I want more than for y'all to listen to Monster X. So this is definitely not the first time you said this.
These are the monthly episodes which exist in a different universe. Okay. So this is episode 3. Nothing exists before that. Y'all should listen to Groovy. Don't go to the B-sides. Don't go to the old songs. You can maybe get an adrenaline going. That's the song, Adrenaline. Right. But that's it. I'm a Lovity, as they're called, and that's based on 2 songs. Okay? That's all I'm recommending. Sometimes. So if you hear a bad song, that's not on me.
That's not on you. You are a Lovity, but on top of being a Lovity, I now have to bring up your Twitter display name, Dani and Onceland.
Oh, that's right. So, I am in Onceland, but like I'm not going buck wild at Onceland. I'm just chilling.
You're just chilling. You're busy. Yeah. You have a day pass.
I just have a day pass because Twice released Ready to Be, the EP. They're all EPs at this point. Mini albums. There it is. With the single...
if people get pedantic about us saying EP versus mini album versus album, girl, K-pop made this up in the first place. It didn't matter to nobody before now.
Nope. And it's not going to matter to us. So Twice released Ready to Be, and based on Moonlight Sunrise, I said, I'm in Onceland.
Mm-hmm.
I do have to change it because I am currently in Carrotland, though.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
But Set Me Free was the actual single on this album, and I don't dislike it.
It's fine. It's not on the playlist.
It's fine
for me.
Like
it's fine, but can I insert a but?
Please do.
This is one of the worst rap breaks in any Twice song, and that is saying something.
It's really fucking bad.
Because the one in Moonlight Sunrise is foul, but at least it's short and it's kind of funny. The one in Set Me Free is all 3 rappers in a row, uninterrupted by themselves. Just say, I mean, it starts off with Dahyun's, which is the worst. Let me tell you straight.
Yeah. It's not good. The song is, even for Twice, just a little too on the edge of generic, which Twice, I'm not, Twice is Twice. But even this is just, it's not bad. It's cute, it's poppy. There's some bland moments. The back-to-back triple whammy of a rap jump scare. But, Twice is about to go on a world tour. They needed to pop something out real quick, so they had new songs to perform.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I don't know if they could have done anything immediately after Moonlight Sunrise.
They should have just canceled the plans for the other thing to be the single.
That would have topped.
I'm sure it was already recorded and everything, but at that rate, no way.
They really, pardon my language, but they slayed the house down so pussy pop bad with Moonlight Sunrise that it was crickets on her.
I'll kill you. I hate you so much.
Therefore, they should have ended it right there.
Out of everything you could have said after excuse my language. Didn't think it was going to be that, I have to say.
I haven't had a moment like that in a while.
That is true.
Whatever you want to call it. I haven't had in a while. So I felt it with Moonlight Sunrise, and I needed to bring it back for this.
What would you call that moment?
Oof, Lotus.
Because if it was anyone else, I'd call it anti-black, but it feels wrong to say that.
It's not, you know what it is? It's not anti-black, it's hyper-white.
Yeah, that's it. You know that particular way that white people on TikTok talk, and like the white like young boys who play like Valorant and stuff, that particular kind of fake voice that they do. I recognized the other day, it's like it has a tinge of a black sound, but it's not. And it's because it's not them imitating a black person poorly, it's them imitating a white person imitating a black sound.
It's deep down in those layers. It's imitating written word that is imitating actual black people.
It's like hearing a Canadian say y'all.
It's like,
I know you just read that online.
You read that on Twitter, and now you say it.
And it sounds wrong. Y'all.
That's exactly what it is. And
wrong?
Yes. And it's just, sometimes that feeling just overtakes me. Only in my worst moments. But Ready to Be wasn't quite it for me.
No, it was like meh. The rap really brought it down. That's all.
Yeah, and like the album as a whole, the B-sides are fine, just as fine. Gio's singing her fucking ass off on the B-sides, of course.
Of course.
Which is just what she does. But even that, it's enough for me to have a good time for like the first listen, but I can't. None of these songs are getting added to the playlist. And I hate that for a Twice comeback.
I hate that for a Twice comeback.
Also,
that album's also not being purchased.
I was just about to say. I watched unboxings when it first came out, and last night I watched them again to just, like, am I sure that I hated this? Yes.
It was the first that you saw a pre-release photo and said, I hate this.
Yeah. That has not changed. It's so fucking catalog at its worst. It's them in the most simple outfits, just standing. The poses aren't good, the outfits aren't good. It's not good. But you know, Twice, have fun on your tour and then release the good music. Usually it's the other way around, but like, they were busy. That's what I'm saying. As a stan, I'm saying they were just too busy. They were too busy preparing. Yeah. They were too busy preparing, so they couldn't make a good album.
Coping.
It's the deep denial and coping.
That's okay.
What's not okay? NMIXX released their new album. I actually don't have the name of this album. I just have the two promote, like the single and the pre-release single.
It's the one, it's called Expergo.
There it is. So they released that. The first song they released was Young, Dumb, Stupid. Oof, that song.
I was in for, what is it, like 45 seconds? And I said, this is a cute, like, fun song. It's fine. And then
it hits the chorus, which is...
They pulled the NCT triple flipperoo on me.
How did you feel, Lotus?
I felt...
Explain the flipperoo.
Okay, you get to the chorus. For the entire opening minute or so of the song, it is a fairly standard cutesy pop song. And then all of a sudden, you feel it coming. You feel the chorus coming. The dance break, so to speak, coming. And then it's... What is that song called? Little kid song? Frere Jacques? You know? Actually, isn't every damn little kid song done to that rhythm? Because London Bridge is like that too. But yeah, it's like that. That's why I call it the NCT triple flipperoo, because NCT is obviously like pretty famous for randomly doing what I believe are American like children's playground songs. Just out of the blue. And that's how it was here. I wasn't exactly living for the song part of that, but at the same time, I felt betrayed. I felt bamboozled. I felt hornswoggled. I felt smeckledorfed that this was maybe going to be a song I enjoyed, and then they ripped it right away from me.
Yeah.
Because it's so annoying, too.
It's annoying, and they also do the thing that I know that this was something that they taught when I was in like elementary school and music class, where one person starts the melody and then a few beats in, the second person starts singing it, and so you just have it.
Oh yeah.
that weird like cascading kind of freaky little harmony that people do. That's what this chorus is. So, Lotus, do you remember when earlier in the month I said, hey, working on my chaos notes, here's a snippet. And I put just a screenshot of a Google Doc that I was writing on.
Mm-hmm.
Young, dumb, stupid. Young, dumb, stupid. That's what I had listened to. And I'll read it straight because
Please do.
I'll read it straight. I once read a book about some college girl, and in the initiation for a sorority, they tied the girls up in a basement and had them listen to Butterfly by Mariah Carey. What started as a fun song turned into torture. ... This is that.
You have such a way with words.
Thank you. Oof, this song is...
It's grating. And NMIXX has a talent for being grating in their music, which is frustrating because a lot of them are genuinely very talented singers. Like it drives me up the fucking wall that you have like some of the better fourth gen singers and you let them sing. It's like it's the hyper version of what we always complain about, is having a singer and either never letting them sing or only allowing them to sing during a post chorus while 5 other people are singing, and also the dance break is like ending, so the music is at its loudest. And NMIXX only does that. I mean, there's parts when what is her name, Lily, she gets her moments sometimes, and that is pretty much it. It's really tough.
It's just the repetition in this song, and Love Me Like This, which was the actual single of the album, has the same issue. There's such a weird repetition in these songs where it just makes me feel crazy.
Yeah. The choruses are twice as long as they should be, but they come in much later to account for that. So all the songs have a really weird structure, it feels like, to them. I do like Love Me Like This a lot more, though. A lot more.
I like Love Me Like This, and there are moments where I'm like, oh, this is a good song. And then the chorus hits in, and it's just a drone of them repeating Love Me Like This, Love Me Like That.
Yeah, I love their outfits in it, at least. They did the modern pop punk thing, I think, a lot better.
They did.
Nice layering.
Nice the song.
I think the song is like, maybe not, it's not quite as good, but it's not as low as fine either. You know, it's like it's like a 3.5 out of 5.
I'll give it a solid 3. I do like the way that the guitar kind of picks up towards the end of the chorus, though. Like it has its moments. It's the way that a lot of like groups, 4th gen groups, will have these singers who are talented sing, I think is just a problem.
It's just not correct.
It's just not right. It's strange singing, and it's also just, we don't always have to layer sound upon sound upon vocalist.
Yeah, I think also NMIXX feels like they're the opposite to New Jeans in a way, where it's as if they're trying too hard to create a viral like TikTok moment in the middle of their songs.
Yes. I mean, NMIXX feels like JYP's solution to not having a girl group counterpart to Stray Kids.
Yes, yeah.
And as we said maybe half an hour ago, Stray Kids music works because it is uniquely Stray Kids' music.
Mm-hmm. And also, I mean, the elephant in the room is that people do not go up for girl groups the way that they go up for boy groups.
No, they...
And I think maybe JYP doesn't know that because his other girl group is fucking twice. So like maybe he just doesn't understand.
The metrics honestly are so skewed with twice.
They're so skewed out of everything that JYP has ever done. That's maybe the one thing I can't blame him for saying I'll make a second girl group and they'll be just as famous as my like a popular boy group because I made twice.
Third girl group because we still have ITZY in there.
I always forget their JYP. You've heard me do it multiple times.
Chugging along. So yeah. Those metrics are fucking skewed.
Yeah.
You know, at the very least...
I can do it again.
At the very least, you know, you will never mistake an ITZY song for an NMIXX song. If that's any consolation to somebody out there.
Have you been hearing ITZY's latest releases?
You know what? Their Why So Serious song could very well be an NMIXX song.
Yeah, that's the thing. Sneakers as well. If you played it to me and said this is an NMIXX song, I'd be like, okay.
Okay. You have a point.
There's a dubious territory. They got them fighting in the Hunger Games in the JYP basement.
Just fucking fighting for those title tracks.
Fighting for comebacks at this point.
You know, girl groups will never succeed in K-pop. But they try.
You know what they say? We making no money.
We're making no money. You know who we haven't heard from?
Poor Wecky Mecky.
Wecky Mecky.
Oh, poor Wecky Mecky.
It's hard out here for a girl group.
It's impossible.
Like, at best, they will get a solid 2 years. And then you're getting one comeback a year. At best. But you know, so far the 2 girl groups we've had on the list.
This was a bad month for them. Don't worry about it.
It's been a bad month, but it's okay. Summertime is for the girls. That's what I'm saying. It's summertime's for the girls.
You're manifesting it?
That was the problem.
It wasn't summer.
It wasn't summer, and that's when you don't get good girl group music in the spring. Is how the K-pop algorithm works.
You don't like a summer song.
I want to argue that point, but I can't really think of like a summer song.
I think I was telling before you had gotten to vacation, I was saying like, oh, let me play these songs while we're in the car, because the only like genuine point of contention on Chaos, the thing that Dani and I never agree on, is that I really like summer songs and you're always meh or don't like them.
I think so.
It's not even like a prejudice. You just don't really care for them.
No, because I can't. The only summer song I can put in my head is like, oh no, that's a summer song and it's good. It's Alcohol Free.
But you don't like Brave Girls, who have made two good summer songs, Roll and Chima Baram. There's Wave by CIX that you think is fine.
I do really like Wave. Not really,
like Wave.
I think the whole album's very good.
You like Tame Dashed? That's a summer song.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Oof. Okay, yeah. It's not the summer songs for me. Again, it's the baby songs for me.
And if you get the overlap between baby and summer, then, you know, sometimes we could pull out a victory.
We'll find something. Because, like, Wave is almost a baby song.
That's a baby song for sure. And then they just let Sunghan sing, because they let him sing once a song. And it's always pretty good.
Yeah, but, like, that's a baby song. And, you know, there's my in. Oh, sorry, Summer.
Sorry, Summer.
Lotus revealed a bias I didn't know I had.
I just always think about it because I have the summer only playlists.
Yeah. Also, as a summer person, were you also not saying, oh, like, you know, for the vacation playlist, you know, maybe I don't have enough summer songs for a playlist. And I said, well, Lotus, wait. You have multiple summer playlists.
Yeah. I have 2. I have a one's called Sunrise and one's called Sunset.
Disgusting. What do you mean? Oh, I love it. Disgusting.
Can you let me be?
Listen, if you want to feel romantic, if you want to feel connected in the summertime, I won't stop you. But I hate that you have a sunrise and a sunset one.
Well, because I had too many, and then it was like they were organized weird. Especially because I always start playlists at the beginning, so it's like, how the hell? I'm not gonna listen to it throughout the day. I'm gonna listen to it while I'm in the car or whatever. So I have to have 2 different ones.
Oh, I love it. I love it, but I hate it. I hate it, but I love it. You know, a good curated playlist is always fun. But before we get too off topic.
Yeah. You know who else we love to hate and hate to love?
Do y'all know Kai?
Do y'all know Kai? Have y'all heard Kai? Have y'all seen his dreads? Because that's why I said hate. That I gotta be clear here that all of the things attached to loving to hate Kai is dreads related.
Do y'all remember Kai when he was pretending to be a wolf with cornrows? That Kai. Well, he put out new music. Again.
Look at him now.
He put out Rover. And I gotta say, a Kai single, it's never done me wrong.
A Kai single?
Mm-hmm. Honestly, his albums too. You can always find like one or two B-sides on the album because all the songs sound the same. So you can usually find like one or two B-sides that also work. I really like Rover.
Yeah, he found that Bulgarian girlie and said, "I'd like your song, please."
He said, "I like your song," and SM said, "How much money do we need to pay you to take this?" And however much they paid is how much they paid because he got it.
I hope she got a good price.
I highly doubt it. A random
I doubt it, but I hope so.
Song? It's SM. We've already talked about the big bad that SM is.
They are villains.
Mm-hmm. That's okay. This album was good. It was a good purchase.
It was a good purchase. Good job.
Song is simple. It's vibey. You know, it makes you, if you really want to get into it, you feel a little bad listening to it. A little hoey.
He makes great hoe singles.
Yeah.
That's what he should stick to.
What would be the man's equivalent of a bird song? Does Kai make bird music?
You're right. He's a bird. No, for sure. I think Rover might be a little bit too bassy to be proper bird music, but Peaches and gosh, what's the other one? Oh yeah, that's fucking bird music for sure.
It's bird music, and that's Kai makes bird music, but just with a hint more of a vibe to it.
Well, but that's why. That's extra what makes it bird music. Because if it didn't have that extra vibe, it would just be ballads and like vibey songs. The extra bassiness, the extra horniness is because, you know, about birds in the animal kingdom. The male birds are the showy ones.
Oh, thank you, Lotus. Animal fact Lotus.
Animal facts. You see a pretty bird, that's a boy.
That's a boy. That's true. The boys are always just have beautiful little chests and feathers.
Mm-hmm.
It's bird music.
Yeah, that's what Kai is. He's a bird.
Easy as that.
Easy as that. What else needs to be said?
Nothing. We could move on.
Well, quick. What kind of bird do you think he is? Off the top of your head?
Pigeon.
That's not nice.
Lotus, please. Also, give me the grace of knowing that I am not an animal person.
But, like, you know that pigeon's a mean answer. You couldn't at least pretend to not know and pick something else.
Lotus, the birds running through my head at that moment were pigeon and cockatoo. And cockatoo didn't feel right, so I said pigeon. A pigeon is simple.
Cockatoo doesn't feel right? I guess that's fair.
No, a pigeon is simple. It's a simple bird. It minds its business.
I suppose so.
Again, my options were a plain everyday bird or a very extravagant kind of bird. But again, I don't know birds.
He likes such a consistent beat in his songs. Never switches it up. I'm gonna say he's like a woodpecker.
Okay, see, I know. Okay, see,
with their little red heads, you know.
And that's a better answer.
Thank you. Okay. I also think it's cute how he was doing his, you know, TikTok Rover challenge with anyone who asked.
I loved the sagas of people being like, "Oh yeah, I didn't need to work today. I didn't need to go to the music bank warehouse." But people were signing up to do Kai's TikTok challenge with him, so I got dressed and I left my house to do it. I love that. As overworked as K-pop idols are, for everybody to say, "Hey, where do I need to go?" I'll show up. I'll add in a day. That was
still work, though. That was going after a bigger influencer. Expand your audience, girl.
It sure is work. And you know what? Kai said, "Yeah, sure. I'll do my little dance and it'll be done."
Excellent. Good for him.
Good for him.
Let's talk about another new soloist. Well, I guess Kai isn't new, but another soloist.
Yeah.
What?
So Jimin released
Jimin?
Face, I believe is the title of his album.
Mm-hmm.
The first song to come out was Set Me Free Part 2, I believe.
Uh-huh. The part 2 is important.
Yes, it is. And then he released Like Crazy when the album fully dropped, because everybody's doing pre-release singles now.
Apparently.
Like, sure, drum up excitement. I guess. Whatever. Can I say something?
Of course.
So, we set out today to listen to this full album. It's only 15 minutes. It wasn't an incredible feat. It was very easy to do.
Mm-hmm.
Genuinely, I think this album could be a top album. Could have some of my favorite songs on it. If at any point in his career, Jimin had received proper vocal training.
Yeah.
As I often do, set out to listen to this album, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna be a fucking hater. I'm gonna hate it. I'm gonna hate it so much. I can't wait to just have everything I believe proven. He makes horrible music. I fucking hate it. That's Jimin. No. This album's... These songs on this album...
You didn't get Jimin. You got Jimin.
I got Jimin, and that's why I'm... that's Jimin. The songs on this are so good. Face Off, I think is... Face Off, Like Crazy, Alone, and even Set Me Free.
Like Set Me Free?
However, Set Me Free, except for when he's doing his trap cosplay. That is not
That's
good.
The whole song.
There are parts where it's not, Lotus.
Oh my god.
And the opening is good and the music is good, okay? The production is there.
The production.
Okay, Set Me Free Part 2 is at the end of the list of songs that I liked.
I thought it was just because you were reading them in order.
Yes, but it's also at the end.
It also happens to just be at the end.
Oh, but I can't get over the way he sings.
It's really tough.
The quality of his voice, and also just the way that he sings. Even if he was a good singer, there's a specific way that he sings that is rather warbly and on the verge of like a Halsey cursive.
Yeah. I agree.
I can't get over it.
He gets real cursive-y. I feel like that's more recent, too. I don't feel like he used to sing like that.
No, but I also
Or at least not to the same extent.
Right. It is recent. I think it started kind of with The Boy With Love, that whole, a few years ago?
It probably was Halsey's influence, actually.
Yeah, because on that song with Halsey, I cannot tell who is Halsey, who is Jimin. I cannot tell genuinely. And that's why I said, ooh, this may be a problem.
Yeah.
But more than I feel like maybe Justin Bieber had this conversation before, or someone related to Justin Bieber had this conversation, or some teeny bopper singer who is still active or was active as an adult had the conversation of, when you start your career as a singer, especially when your voice is going to go through a major change once you hit a certain age. Mm-hmm. When you start your career before that voice change, it is important and imperative that once your voice changes, the way you sing changes and the way you are trained to sing changes to accommodate for the fresh pipes you got in that throat.
Mm-hmm. And Jimin?
I don't think it happened. He is singing the way he sang when he was 18, 19, except now he's 27 or something.
Yeah, and I mean, even going before that, because I think he was even younger than that when BTS debuted. But it's so weird, as someone who, I think I've mentioned this before, BTS was the first K-pop group that I listened to, as is the case with a lot of people, and I was listening to them maybe a year or two after their debut, and it's kind of sad, because if you watch the behind the scenes and the docs about BTS and all this stuff, you know that this is a thing that makes Jimin sad. that he is not as good a singer as Jungkook, and that his voice is different. And not even that it's higher pitched, just like that he is not as good a singer. He is not as consistent. He can't sing as strongly. And I'm like, is there just did just no one at Big Hit ever help him? And he just said, fuck it. I guess this is how it is forever now. What's going on?
I think so. I think we also like can't ignore the fact that in early BTS songs, Jimin was the one who was hitting higher notes, where it was like Jungkook was the more stable voice, maybe a little more powerful. And then when you needed a higher note, I'm sure
that just tore his shit up.
Yeah. Because sometimes you just can't fucking go there. And instead of like changing and just readjusting how you sing and what parts you get, he's just stayed there in this upper register that he can't maintain. And it just makes a lot of like the different notes that he gives just shrill.
Shrill, yeah.
And unstable sounding. Intense.
It's unpleasant.
It's unpleasant to hear. He can't maintain it, and it's just really unfortunate because this album I think is really good.
It's tough. Jimin arguably has some of the better taste in BTS, I feel like.
Yeah. I liked his older solo stuff too, when they were like putting all their solo albums on the album.
Serendipity. Great song.
Unfortunate. Because I know I can be a Jimin hater. But I'm not a Jimin hater. You get it?
Uh-huh.
So this was just unfortunate. I really liked...
here's the thing. We can say it's unfortunate. We can say it's sad, but he has broken every record by virtue of being the latest BTS soloist.
He's doing good.
He's doing great for himself, and he has a gajillion fans, so I can't feel that bad.
I don't feel bad for him. I feel bad mostly that I like these songs so much, and I kind of just have to Stockholm myself into listening to them.
Officially, you're going to Stockholm yourself into these?
I may try.
All right. Godspeed. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it just makes me think too, talking about like him breaking all the records, is that's just what K-pop is now, is like every new group is just going to continuously break the records of the previous group. Every soloist who's already from a famous, like, that's just going to happen. It has, not to sound like an old grump, but like it has nothing to do with the quality of the music or
no, not at all.
Really anything whatsoever. Like every Blackpink soloist that comes out, even if it's not their debut, are going to break the previous record. Every single, especially from the really, really major companies, the fourth gen groups, they're just going to break every record because like whatever, as long as it's somewhat listenable.
Yeah, it's name and face recognition.
It's grim. And advertising for sure.
But the bigger K-pop becomes, the worse it's going to be in terms of that specifically.
Oh yeah.
So, it's
the least they can do is give us bitches who can sing, but they won't even do that.
No, it's especially not right now. You have to have a group of already established singers have a comeback if you want to get a good singing song. And that's surprisingly a rare thing.
A rare thing.
So, okay, you know what though? You know what though? As we're talking about this,
yeah,
Super Kind, a group that is relatively new, they've only had 2 songs in total, 2 comebacks and 2 songs, released Moody in March. Moody is very good. I think the singing on that is pretty good. It's a clean, solid song.
It's all right.
I watched the first half of the music video, paused it, went to Discord, sent it to Lotus and Azalea and said, this could be something.
And then you watched the other half because you really didn't know what was going to be in that last half at all.
No, there was no way I could have ever predicted what was in the second half of the music video.
Never.
But before we talk about the song, Super Kind is a special kind of group. Oh, Super Kind is a special kind of group.
Don't try to pat yourself on the back for that one, please. Please. There's only so much I can take.
Okay. Let me bring it back.
Reel it in.
Keep me humble. Superkind is, quote, the first decentralized K-pop entertainment. Not the first decentralized K-pop group. The first decentralized K-pop entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
That means nothing.
What do you mean it means nothing?
It means nothing. It means absolutely nothing. It's decentralized K-pop entertainment. It means nothing. However, what it actually means is that somewhere... Now I remember why I tried so hard to get into the Discord of this group.
Mm-hmm.
So somewhere in that Discord, I don't know where, but somewhere in that Discord, fans are the ones who decide, or at least vote on, have some influence over concepts for Superkind.
Oh, that's right.
They decide how concepts will go and how the storyline continues. And can I say, so far, the fans are doing a horrible job. Fans are called players, by the way. And all of Superkind, or both of Superkind's albums have
Gamer
game
terminology.
titles. Yeah, like first you had Play Superkind, apply for a beta test.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have Play Superkind, player gauge 200. As far as I can tell, I haven't found the game.
I don't think there is one.
But
the MVs
there's like,
don't have any relation to a game. I think it's just because of the AI.
It's just the AI, because there are two AI members. You have Sung and Sejin, who are two AI members. But they're not the last AI members to join Superkind.
No.
Because Superkind is an anagram of Nuke, Prid, and S. Nukes are the virtual members.
Mm-hmm.
Prids are the humans.
Mm-hmm.
S, it's unsure of what that S is for.
Maybe it's the same S that's in Triple S. Their special power.
It's the special power. I've seen
the special power of NFTs.
Superkind so far doesn't have an NFT. They do have gambling on the Discord.
Oh my god.
But there's no NFTs. And
they're called
gambling.
The decentralized Korean entertainment. There's no fucking way they're getting out of this without an NFT.
There's no NFTs. It's just gambling fake currency.
Yeah.
That's it. But one wiki, because there are two wikis for Superkind. One wiki says the S, fans are still trying to determine what the S is. However, this one says the two rivaling kinds, Nukes and Prids, will cooperate and... The Nukes and the Prids. They're rivals, I guess.
I guess so.
The two rivaling kinds will cooperate and compete together to find the mysterious S.
Okay.
It's new. Superkind is still new. They're still developing that lore. Whereas Maeve came in with everything fully set up. Superkind, I don't think they have it yet.
No, well, because it's decentralized, girl. They said the fans will figure it out.
The fans, they said, hey, y'all determine what the hell we're doing here. We'll put out the music. Y'all do everything else. But beyond that...
You didn't tell me this quiz was 33 questions.
Because I didn't know.
Oh, you didn't open it?
I looked at 2 questions and said, oh, we got to do this together.
But it says how many questions there are at the top.
Lotus, I'm not observant. Okay.
You told me to do it during the... Okay, hang on. You keep talking and I'm going to start doing it.
Yeah, start the
I thought it would be like 10.
But these are... I'm sure they're easy. So the quiz that Lotus is talking about is
I'm indecisive.
Okay.
All right, no, go. Let me start.
Okay. The quiz is to determine if you are a Prid or a Nuke. Despite the fact that we already know that Nukes are AI and Prids are humans, you could take a test to determine which one you are. You can also determine what spectrum, where you are on the spectrum of moderate, radical, and extreme.
wait. So that's where it goes. Moderate is the least, and then radical, then extreme.
Yeah, so you could be
moderate's not in the middle.
You could be a prid R, human extreme, or human radical.
I see.
So we're going to take this test. I'll read a couple of the questions, and then Azalea, you can work your editing magic so that instead of this taking 20 minutes, it takes...
Azalea, we're so fucking sorry.
...a minute and a half.
Question 4. Where's the most trustworthy information? A Wikipedia updated yesterday or a 2,000 years old encyclopedia? It's important that it says 2,000 years old.
Were they? Was Britannica around? In the year 23? Also, I do love this opening question of, there are 2 kinds in the world. Do you know yours? What are you talking about? And I don't know, but sounds interesting.
This is so... If you hire a secretary, would you like to guess what the 2 options are?
If you hire a secretary?
Mm-hmm. Think of it like an assistant.
Right. Would you prefer like an Alexa, Google Stadia, or a human?
I'll give you a hint. These are characters. These are fictional characters. Famous assistants.
What? Who's... Okay, so like, do you want a Jarvis or a...
Correct. Jarvis is one of them.
Oh my god. Okay, I have to think. Okay, like extremely nonsensical pop culture.
Uh-huh.
Who is a
But keep in mind,
assistant?
right, this is one of those quizzes where I'm going to try to decentralize my brain answering the questions because it's kind of obvious which one are the human ones and which ones are the AI ones.
Right.
Obviously, Jarvis is the AI one. So who is the human counterpart to Jarvis?
I have no fucking clue.
Dobby.
Was he not a slave?
Yes. But here's the thing. In the lore of Harry Potter, we don't support Harry Potter, but I grew up in a Harry Potter household, just for the record, so I know everything. In the canon of the books, they love to be slaves. They love being slaves. Hermione starts a whole kind of campaign to try to free them, and like everybody knits like socks and little hats and stuff to give to them so that they can be free. And they don't want to be free. And some of them scream and cry when they get tricked into being freed by Hermione because they love being slaves.
Right to jail, right away.
To be fair, Jarvis is also a slave, just in a different way.
Just in a different way. You know what? And Superkind is making us think about that. Again, it's obvious what's the AI and what's the human. I'm really stuck on the moderate, radical, and extreme.
Secret files leaked. What are you more curious about? The deleted scenes in Harry Potter or the design of the iPhone 15? Aren't we past the 15?
Are we not on it? Okay, for a little more context with this quiz, Superkind's website is very hard to find because I think the old domain wasn't paid for, and so now it's just sort of like spammy website, so it has a new website. Still hard to navigate. You have to log in to see anything on it. They have a link tree, which is where you find this shit.
A link tree?
And I think I found this on a card. CARRD. The quiz. It's all very bootleg.
What do you agree with, Danny?
Mm-hmm.
I think, therefore I am? Or I am, therefore I think?
I am, therefore I think.
Just making shit up. Oh, what's that, it's the exact energy of that aespa thing. Do you remember the original, like, Black Mamba lore video? Where it's like, excuse me, can you explain this to the class?
Where
and
Giselle
she just
was
reads
in college?
Yeah, exactly. And she just reads it. And
She just
doesn't
reads
explain
it.
anything. And then everyone looks impressed.
Why is life beautiful? Because there is an end. Because there are endless possibilities.
This one feels like a real personality test question. Maybe the only one that has felt that way so far.
Yes.
Do you use this?
Do you use Discord? Oh no! We found a phishing scam.
Not a phishing scam.
Do you use
I've
Discord?
used it before. Maybe once or twice. They're analyzing me.
Oh, I've got mine.
What did you get?
I got Nuke M.
Me too. This sucks.
This sucks.
Hashtag adventure, hashtag challenge, hashtag freedom.
Within Nuke, you are a Nuke moderate. A visionary who looks to the future with incredible imagination and creativity.
This is a fucking lie, because when they asked me the time travel question, I said I'd go to the past, so that seems like a lie.
You know?
Oh, which guy did you get? Did we get the same guy? We must have, right?
Yeah, because they all have different types. It's like they're MBTI. They can't have the same.
Okay, I got Jimin.
Mm-hmm.
His face don't look right.
I mean, he looks like 5 different idols combined and then turned into AI.
Because that's what he is.
Nuke forked from Prid.
I was reading that too.
It's a sort of Adam and Eve situation.
Oh, that's what you think. So Prid is Adam, and then Nuke is the rib that became Eve.
The little rib piece.
Enter the Nuke Nation. You can't call it that.
Super kind. Strange start. The fact that they still at this point don't have an NFT, I think is the strangest part.
They gotta build the fandom so people will want them. Also, they might be realizing that NFTs are really fainting in popularity. Maybe they're one of the only people who actually, like, you know,
who's realized that
yeah, it's like a bad fucking idea.
You know. Also, I don't know if I mentioned this, but Superkind is an incomplete group. When it's finished, its evolution, I guess, it will have 5 humans and 5 AIs, I believe.
Mm-hmm. And then when the tribes make peace, the new world of Play Superkind will open, or whatever it said.
Mm-hmm. And then they'll defeat the mysterious S. Either way, we still have yet to talk about this song.
You like the song. The song is fine. It's a little catchy. We need to talk about the music video, moreover.
Yeah, the song is good. It gives you a good little like Caribbean type of beat without trying to make us think that Korean teenagers are Afro-Latina. Mm-hmm. So it's good. The music video. I think I understand the plot of it. There are no subtitles, so I don't know what anybody is saying, but I think I may understand what the music video is about now.
Mm-hmm.
As a young boy, there is a member who
looks like an
AI and had me very confused, but he is a human. He's sitting at a desk by himself as a child when the latest AI to join the group walks up to him, and they talk, and he gives him a necklace. The little boy grows up, and he's now a high schooler, and a very horrific high school.
Horrific? They beat him there.
They still practice corporal punishment. They beat him. But he makes friends, supposedly. He still has this necklace. I believe that this necklace is allowing the AI to control him. And the AI is controlling him because he needs the human essence from his classmates. Because there is a point where the boy kind of chokes out the classmates, and the AI also like hugs them and they pass out.
Mm-hmm.
And then they have like little red beads. I think that's their human essence.
Oh, I thought he was feeding them the red beads.
I think they were taken, and then because then the little boy who is now in high school, he takes off the necklace and swallows it. And when he swallows it, the AI turns into a sort of C-drama mythical demon who is then trapped and pinned to a stone wall out of nowhere by vines. He gets black veins on his face. I think his eyes turn red. He's all fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, the boy then puts the beads back into the mouths of his classmates and they wake up.
Mm.
And then they go on to do the very bombastic final chorus.
The bombastic final chorus?
Mm-hmm. I think that's it. I think he was under AI control, and then when he ate the necklace, he regained that control.
I see.
And trapped the AI in a sort of demonic
prison.
Hell.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
What does it feel like to be the only Superkind theory crafter that has a podcast?
Feels good. I found my niche.
Your niche.
Also, for context, Superkind's debut song was simply them in fashionable race car driver outfits dancing on a platform.
Yeah, no budget.
No budget, no story, no concept. This is it, though. Because, I mean, I don't know about you, Lotus. But despite what I said about I never want a boy group to have a concept, if they are, I love when it's nonsense like this. It takes me back to the good old days of K-pop, like a 2010 to 2000, maybe like 13, 14 K-pop, where boy groups constantly had 5-minute music videos, 6 minutes, because they had just nonsensical lore where they were constantly fighting for their lives. It's what I miss in K-pop, a little bit of nonsense.
Yeah, and especially because at that time, boy group songs they could have lore that was contained to a single music video. You didn't have to have this nonsense where it's like all of them are interconnected somehow, either secretly or obviously, or you have the thing that TXT does where it's, you know, they're all obviously connected in lore, but the lore has to kind of change every era, but it's still the same through line, and so it just gets messy and kind of a lot less fun to follow. More nonsense.
I think I like this self-contained lore. And I know it's not going to continue because it seems as though Superkind will do a concept shift every time, but this was at least fun with a good song. We've spent so much time on Superkind.
We had to take a whole quiz.
We had to take a whole 33-question quiz. So we gotta move on to Craxy. Craxy. Craxy was almost in my top 25 last year.
I remember that.
And this year, they almost disbanded. But instead, and they released a message just detailing all this, they were ready to disband and give it all up, but said, let's try one more time. They were going to scrap a whole fucking album that was in progress, but they said, let's keep going and see what happens.
A desperate plea.
And from that came XX. That's got to be the name of the album as well.
Yeah.
But they released XX mixtape, I think is what it's called, a pre-release single, which is like kind of like a cypher.
I think it is called cypher in English.
Okay. It's all the rappers going hard, you know, rapping. And then they released the single Nugudum, which is, I think, a power move. It's
bold. I don't know if I call it a power move, but it's very bold.
It's a power move with a hint of desperation.
Yes.
Because I don't think Nugu is a term that's used too often in Korea, actually. Like if it is now, maybe. But it's specifically a term that like international fans, quote unquote, created just to say their group is new, unknown. A play on the word like, who is this in Korean?
Yeah, it means nobody groups.
Yeah, like it's... Oof. That's what it is. And so Craxy said, oh yeah, we're reclaiming it. Nugudum.
Are you trying to imply that Nugu is the next N-word and they're reclaiming it?
Why would you say that to me, Lotus?
because half of this episode has been you just being off your fucking ass, pushing me, and you know it. So I have to push you back real hard at once. And you knew coming into this episode that that's what you're going to do.
Craxy decided that we're reclaiming the slur. I went into the song though kind of like, you know, cautiously expectant. Because I loved their Who Am I album. Mm-hmm. However, Craxy has one very specific flaw. Just one. For a new group, not bad. Their rappers, because there is more than one, are perhaps some of the worst rappers I have ever heard in a K-pop group.
They're not good.
Flow, rhythm, tone, all of it is so bad.
Yeah. That's why I said it's bold.
It's bold. It's bold to make the pre-release single a fucking cypher when your rappers sound the way they do.
You know, they're trying to make it happen, I guess. I'm sure this works for somebody. This works for a particular kind of K-pop fan that neither of us are.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just, it's the rap verses come up, and the song, like specifically Nugudam, is just cacophonous. It's
Cacophonous.
it's cacophonous sound. And that's frankly, that's the album that I like, Who Am I? Those songs are the same. I'll listen to them like, I like this song, but like only 75 to 80% of it is good. And the rest is the rap. Same for this. I think this song, like the sung part of the chorus and the singing verses and ad-libs are really good and pretty. And then the rappers come in, the beat drops, and it's just it's so difficult to listen to.
Yeah, a lot of my trouble with it is like, yeah, the like that part is catchy. However, I also like a song called Me Meme by Purple Kiss, and that is the same song as this, except there are 2 to 3 less rappers, and also I think Yuki, Purple Kiss's rapper, sounds better than all of them.
Yes.
She's a much more listenable rapper than most groups have.
Yes.
So by comparison, Nugudam is not a good song for me. I can't say I went in with high expectations, but I thought it might be nice, and it's not.
It's not. See, I can listen to Nugudam because I have already the knowledge that there will be parts in the song that I simply will not listen to. So from that standpoint, yeah, I like this song. But that's because I know exactly when to turn my ears off.
Right. Okay.
I don't know if Craxy's going to make waves with this, though. I think they maybe should have held the press release about how they were thinking of disbanding and decided to release this instead. I think they should have held that press release. At least until the album was out, you know?
Uh-huh.
But we'll see, because earlier this year, I was like, oh, Craxy. Is Craxy having a comeback? Went to the YouTube, went to the Instagram, cleared out. Not a single thing on those pages.
Ooh, that's tough, though.
They were ready to disband, so hopefully, this does something for them. But, you gotta... ... I don't know how to finish that sentence.
I thought you were going to segue, and I thought you were going to say, you gotta believe. I was so confident that's what you were going to do.
Oh, but see, for me, the puns come very slow.
I thought you were preparing it.
I'm not a punny person, so not even a thought in my head. But that's okay. As long as you believe that you are punny, you will be punny.
That's the same one. I'll kill you. That's the same one I thought you were gonna do.
I'm really fucking struggling today, okay?
all your energy went into Loney, and now you got nothing else as far as puns go. But yeah, what do you think of Yudoyo by Billlie? Hit music song, hit music title.
God bless. Billlie is back.
Billie's back.
Billie's back because Billlie was gone. Y'all may not know this, but Billlie was gone. They had a comeback and they were still gone. Was it... This is the Village of Perception Chapter 3, I believe. So the Village of Perception Chapter 2 with Ring My Bell.
Yeah, Ring My Bell. Not for me.
Not for me. And I said, oh, Billlie, your music was so strange and good. And they just had that one girl boss pop punk moment that everybody was doing, which they did not hit. And
such a lack of energy for a pop punk song in Ring My Bell. But yeah, now they're back. They have energy. They have a nice EP. They have some more weird shit as far as B-sides go.
Yeah, I like the single a lot. I like the B-sides a lot. This album is just good. You know what? The feeling isn't as strong as it was with Purple Kiss. Mm-hmm. Just because I like Purple Kiss more than Billlie. And Purple Kiss has I don't know, seems like a group that's put out more music than Billlie.
They have, yeah.
Which they have. So, like, you know, it felt better when Purple Kiss had a few misses for me and then came back just with an amazing album. But it's a similar feeling of finally some good music. Nevertheless, off of this album, is so good. I love it. I don't have much to say about it. It's good. When Suki just goes, heartbeat, heartbeat. Cute. For no reason in that song. Carrying the fuck out of
that group.
She's carrying it still. And you know what? She knows it, and that's fine. Because, you know, she really does not get lines. She gets a dance break in Billlie. And maybe one thing to really, where she could really turn it out. And for this, it's just her going, heartbeat, heartbeat.
She picks her moments.
And she does it well. Not much to say. This is good.
Give it up for the most Kuromi looking idol. I don't know the Billlie members, but shout out to whoever has the pink hair in the music video for Yunoya, because I own that sweater and it's my favorite thing that I own.
There you go. Also, I would also like to add, unrelated to the song, but related to Billlie, that group has some of the most doll-like, like alien cute doll-looking members I've ever seen in one group combined.
Usually you only have one.
Yeah, Billlie has at least 4.
Just
at least half the group is just pretty, big-eyed, doll face, cute little aliens.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely fits their concept. You know that they picked them on purpose.
Oh, yeah. Because whatever the fuck Billie's concept is, witches who cast spells one night and a friend disappeared and they're just searching for her, I think is the gist of it all.
I don't fucking know.
It's weird. It works. Moving on. We have 2 more comebacks to discuss, and I don't want to build up into any of them.
No. Well, let me say really quick, just before we move on from Billlie, I don't like the title so much. I liked it.
No?
I liked it a lot the first time I listened to it, and then every subsequent listen I liked it less. But I like the B-sides a lot, funnily enough.
Okay, yes. The title track, I liked the first couple of listens, but after that, it does lose a little pizzazz.
Mm-hmm. It's been a rough month for K-pop for me. Not a lot of wins for me this month.
Let me see.
That's all right.
Actually, so I have like my playlist going of like all the 2023 releases that I like, so that I can then narrow it down. At the end of the year for the top 25, and yeah, I've got 4 songs on this playlist, 4. And then a Billlie B-side, so 5 technically. Well, yeah, okay. April was it was a full month, but it was a bad month.
Yeah, March was rough.
Excuse me.
April's seeming like it's stronger, but we're less than halfway through the month, so we'll see. Next month. Speaking of strong, hey, here's the thing. Is a song good? No, but you can't say it's not strong.
Much like March felt like a bankrupt month in K-pop, KQ, the company that struggled with bankruptcy for most of its life, is finally out of bankruptcy.
And what did they choose to do?
They said, hey, let's get another group out. ATEEZ has shown us the fucking motherland. We know what it means to make money now, thanks to ATEEZ. So let's get another group out. Xikers. XIKERS.
Sounds like a slur. Let's make sure it sounds like a slur, first of all.
It does not. It's not
it's got a bad mouthfeel. Yeah, they said, let's get another boy group, because AT's very famous, very popular, very well loved. Some of the most rabid fans available presently, especially for 4th gen. What if we just did that again, basically?
And boy, did they do it again. So, Xikers released the single Tricky House, which, horrible name.
Could you read the album title as well?
Yeah, so Tricky House is the single of House of Tricky, doorbell ringing. House of Tricky, doorbell ringing.
Because the fans are ringing on the doorbell of the House of Tricky, which is owned by Zikers, I think.
Some of the songs on the album, you have Zyke, you have Tricky House, you have Doorbell Ringing, you have The Tricky's Secret.
That's... I don't like that one.
Is that not some of the most horrible... really quick,
The Tricky Secret is really rough.
It's rough. It's bad enough that there's really... so much... Lotus?
What? I didn't say anything.
That's Lotus. Yeah.
It's giving outing somebody.
It's very bad. Are these... Can I get, do these songs have Korean titles that make it feel better? Because I know that, Tricky House's Korean title is, Goblin House? No, that's the only one.
Better.
That's the only one that has Korean in the title in terms of...
There's only Dynamic, which is also fine in English, so it doesn't really...
Okay, so they just went hard for the concept. Without any thought, which, fair, it happens. This song, if you can make it past 1:30 of Tricky House, God bless you. Congratulations. You have done something. This song is a chore and a half.
A chore. Not since Mr. SF9 have I had such trouble getting through a verse.
Just to give an idea, ATs did not always make good music.
They often make bad music. Hey, I'll say it.
They often do, and even now, some of the worst parts of an AT song are when they try to transition from a heavy singing verse to the rap verses. It's often a messy transition. It doesn't quite flow well.
Mm-hmm.
But, the rest of the song is okay, and it's not in every song. Imagine that rough transition into a rap verse, but it's the whole song, and you have no singing to kind of help you through it.
No.
But on top of that, the reason why the halfway mark in the song is so pivotal is because it comes right after a rap verse that is so off the beat that I felt gaslighted almost.
You felt gaslit, girl?
Girl, I felt gaslit. I said, I need to listen to this again because I'm missing the beat that he's rapping to. I'm not hearing it. And that's a me problem. No. That
is unfortunately just the song.
It's just the song. I think KQ may not understand what makes an AT song good. Because Hongjoong is one of the most stand members of the group, and he is the rapper of the group, maybe KQ believed that, oh, okay, so rapping is where we need to go.
Well,
and on top of
with
that,
4th gen, rapping and dancing,
it's it.
The girls just don't sing as much. But crucially, one thing that is important about Hongjoong is that he can sing.
Yes.
And will, frequently.
I don't know about the Zikers boys. The song is so bad. Nobody can really sing. Nobody can really rap. They can dance. But it just feels like a debut where KQ decided to debut a group that just wasn't ready to debut, that didn't have the training, didn't have the, just didn't train enough. But I know that's not the case because they've been training for a while.
It feels like they only train them in dancing. Which, to be fair, is kind of what they did with the ATs.
It is.
ATs just happened to pull it out somehow.
Yeah, ATs started as just their main focus was dancing. It just happened to work out. Pure dumb luck.
And it's just like bad 80s songs or 80s songs without the 80s secret sauce, without the pizzazz. Like they just have nothing. It's so sad. It's so disappointing.
It's a full song of every part in like an early 80s song that you want to skip, but you're like, and it'll be over in like 15 seconds.
Right. Oh, this is just a dance break. Like, it's not great to listen to, but it's great to watch. But no, that's just the whole song.
It's just the whole song. I was shocked. I made us listen to this while on vacation.
You did, because two of us hadn't heard it, and you were determined to make that happen.
It's, again, it's when you smell something real strange, or you see something real nasty, you go, no, look at this.
Uh-huh.
Can y'all help me comprehend what it is I'm experiencing? That's Psychers, and moving on. I'm not a KQ
We'll pray
stan.
for them. That's about it.
That's it. I have no stake in this conversation. Our final release of March. And the reason why we said, yeah, let's definitely hold off on recording this.
Long awaited.
Is because Jisoo of Blackpink finally had her solo debut with Flower. The album is just called Me.
Which is very funny. I like it.
It's just called Me.
It's just called Me.
But the single on it is Flower. And mama, am I bored.
Yeah. Isn't it so strange that I'll say a lot of things about Blackpink, but generally about a Blackpink single, I won't say it's boring.
No. Shockingly enough.
Pretty much every song except for Lisa's, which are just Blackpink songs, but it's only Lisa, they are all boring. Even a solo. Solo has a 10-second part that's good. The classic, beach nanan solo, and then three more seconds, and that is it. So maybe I was being generous when I said 10. Mm-hmm. But no, it's, I mean, not everybody can do a song like I Envy You. Not everyone is IU.
Please.
But that's what this is trying to be. This is trying to be halfway between an IU song and I Envy You. And it does neither well. It's not even a Kwanun B kind of serve, quiet serve.
Nope.
It's pretty nothing. It's just, it's just her saying, I feel like she felt forced to do it. I feel in my heart of hearts, the storyline that I'm getting is that she didn't really want to do a solo, which is like, people keep asking for it and it'll make us money. And no one, we don't have a single right now, so whatever.
Because Jisoo's solo stuff is her acting. She's been in a few dramas. That's what she does. Let her do that. Azalea pointed this out to me, and I didn't even realize it because the song is just kind of bland all the way throughout. Mm-hmm. She doesn't sing on the chorus.
No, she sure doesn't.
She says a line at the start and a line at the end, and then it's just a simple
wiggly break.
Little dance, a little hand dance. There was no singing. There was no dancing. She could have looked so beautiful, but there was just nothing behind it.
Here's the thing. She didn't look beautiful in this video. That's a beautiful woman. This styling did not do her a single favor. There's maybe one nice dress in the whole music video. Everything else is her hair has been dyed a weird color. It's been crimped. She has a perm. She's wearing something just fucking bizarre. She's wearing a sheer baby doll dress over what is not a bathing suit, but not a corset set either. So it's just this impossible middle thing. She's in Italy or perhaps a France the whole time.
Y'all could have just let her act.
Y'all couldn't just let her act.
I'm sure her acting is... because I don't think her face emotes very well. But y'all could have let her have it.
There's a cat in the video. The cat's really cute.
And so that's when we've hit a low point in the song. When Lotus isn't even saying, well, at least the outfits were good, when we have gone all the way down to, there's a cat.
I always have to think about the outfits. I mean,
Absolutely. And so the fact that there is not that.
Yeah, it's clear that effort was put into it, just bad taste kind of all around, which is what's the most disappointing. It's this is a dramatic breakup song, but you wouldn't know it if you didn't like listen very closely to what the lyrics are.
Yeah. And like, lyrics are important, right? But also so is every other part.
Yeah, quite literally every other part.
There's a lot that goes into a song. Not this one.
It's like, yeah, this is like the gay serve trying of someone who's homophobic, you know?
Yeah. And so what you end up having is a bunch of straight people who like Drag Race will really cling to this.
Mm-hmm.
The queering of heterosexuality.
The queering of heterosexuality by Jisoo Blackpink.
And that's how March ended.
In a whimper.
In a whimper. Went out like a snuffed candle. This month, shockingly, I'm not feeling as negative about the year overall as I was last year. Because by this point last year, we had given up.
Yeah, by this point last year, we'd given up. It's this particular month. The January and February had some pretty solid releases, I think. And then, of course, we had a couple good ones at like the end of December, which kind of carried us through. March just basically had nothing. Nothing. Unless you're like exclusively a Big Three stan and you like everything that they put out, then it was great. But other than that,
right,
pretty dire.
Pretty dire. But April is perhaps looking up.
Perhaps.
As we speak, I am changing my Twitter name to Dani and Carrotland because I thought that March would be the month of twice. It wasn't.
Oh, it was kind of the opposite. We didn't talk about the stuff with Chaeyoung because I don't really think we particularly need to. But just saying this is going to be the month of twice and then set me free directly into that is tough.
It wasn't quite. No. So, I will say April will be the month of 17, even though their song releases the last week.
I was going to say they're going to have 6 days, but
they
that's
have
okay.
6 days to turn it around. But, 17 is a reliable group.
Yeah.
I've yet to dislike
new albums
an
being
album.
called Fuck My Life, so we're feeling pretty hopeful.
I'm feeling hopeful. Get a little emo teen, as they're called.
Mm-hmm.
And this album also has 2 title tracks on it.
Oh, that's right.
That doesn't mean anything, but I'm going to take it as a promising sign. And with that, March is over.
March is over. Thank God.
I think we needed to be done with that.
Cosmically, there was something wrong with like February and March, I think.
Yeah. Just all around the board, yeah.
Yeah, get us out of here.
I mean, we're out. In every sense of the word. Lotus, if you would like people to find you, where could they do so?
I am at Lotus Loves Lotus everywhere, but I am most frequently found on YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter.
She's a YouTuber.
Becoming a YouTuber because now I have freelance clients, and so I'm like, I don't know if I can stream for 6 hours straight and be completely unavailable twice a week.
Whereas YouTube, beautiful setup.
Mm-hmm.
You could film something weeks in advance if you wanted to.
Entering my ASMR era.
We'll have an ASMR episode soon.
Our voices are pretty low-key when we're not howling at each other, honestly, so I'm sure, I feel like some of them maybe already are.
Yeah, that's a fair point. If you would like to find me, I am at Karanades everywhere. That's a CHI, Karanades.
And 2 S's.
And 2 S's. Mostly on, I guess, Twitch now. I'm back from vacation. Streaming Breath of the Wild. I'm a popular game streamer now.
AAA only streamer.
That's how you do it. And Twitter. Okay, so real quick. Hey, Azalea, thank you. Sorry. And to everybody, to all the lonies out there. Bye-bye.
Bye.